Guys, we're back. The Matt Chat Podcast.
Whoa.
Paul Ciato.
Cuzzy Frank.
And hi, just a little of me.
Leroy.
Leroy. You can call me Leroy.
Okay.
And for those viewers out there who know about this, that's right. I'm calling you out.
I am shocked by one thing.
And there it is.
And his
There's
head's
nothing you
not
can
too
do
big
about
for
it.
those
And there's
glasses.
nothing you can do about it.
I am shocked at one thing.
That I'm wearing a red hat.
Yes!
Coming off fucking real quick. Because I know it's only drawing
I
attention
can't
to my
believe
arms.
that he fucking would clash.
To my arms.
That he would clash himself.
For the record,
You know?
I never
Why don't you
wear.
just want to put my shirt on?
Hey, watch. If we do this, you wouldn't even know where I am and where I start and where I begin and where I end.
So, I'm shocked. I am shocked that came up.
Yep. He's on air with us, baby.
What message are you sending to our viewers?
This is a subliminal message about, listen,
Leroy.
this is Matt Chat Podcast. We take all on the air with us, and he's allowed to come. Not to mention, I look a little bit like Santa Claus.
Like a
Watch it. Watch it.
like a hipster Santa Claus.
I'm a hipster Santa Claus. Oh my God.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Krabs.
Are we addressing you as Leroy or?
I would like to be addressed. Oh, hold on. Let me put it on the way he would wear it. As Leroy.
Leroy. So we'll address you as Leroy.
Leroy.
Everyone knows you're the red man. Your blue eyes. You know.
AKA
You look like the
Platinum
head of the,
Blonde.
You look like
Like
the
that.
head of the fraternity right now.
But I am the head of the fraternity right now.
But we'll refer to you as Leroy for this one.
And for the record, the hat is high.
Right.
Because you wouldn't think I'd want to mess up my hair, but watch this. I could put it down low.
Right.
The hair don't move.
Ooh, look at that. Huh?
Hey, is that communist red?
No, this is definitely not
No
communist
way.
red.
That's red from the red, white, and blue.
This is red from the red, white, and blue, baby. Old glory red. And this is the Betsy Ross red, white, and blue.
Right. So now that we have the red man and Leroy with us here, you know, at the table of knowledge.
I like to know it's a champion hat, not a
Champion,
Nike hat.
exactly. Well, he
Well,
would-
I
he would've put it on.
would have never have put it on.
He would've put it on.
I would have never have put it on.
I get it.
Smells like Doritos.
I agree. It's so funny you
Smells
said
like
that.
Doritos, yeah.
I actually said something when I was away about that Nike shit, too,
Dude.
and I got pissed about, Colin.
I
Kaepernick.
can't even handle it anymore.
Again, I
can't
said
even,
something about it
dude,
to my son, I'm
I
like-
cannot even
I'm like-
handle what's going on
And I
anymore.
said it out loud because there was a bunch of people around me, so they could hear me say,
Well, what's going on?
he's a scumbag, and fuck Colin Kaepernick and Nike, and all that shit.
You know what? There's fuck a lot more people than just him, too.
Yeah, no, I get
I
it.
hate to say it.
Yeah. No, I
Say
get
it.
We're in a bad place, dude. We're in
Yeah,
a
no.
bad place.
There's a lot, but listen, from the.
I don't know who they
from
think.
the ashes.
I don't know who they think they are. How about that group that wants to now storm Area 51?
Yeah, go get killed.
Watch this. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you not understand what happens to flesh
But what's
and
stupid?
bullets?
But what's stupid is this: they want to storm.
Like, I
Area
mean, come
51.
on, guys.
They want to storm Area 51. Like that's where, if we have aliens, that's where they're kept. But
Yeah.
they specifically told you that Area 51 is not that. Area 51 is specifically there for aircraft that we're trying to test out. Like we already
Yeah.
know that. They've already come out with that.
It's conspiracy theories again.
Dude.
But I think more to his point, which segues
Taking
right
down an American flag at a federal building. Are you out of your fucking minds?
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah.
What?
I don't have time.
They,
for
they,
that.
they flew the Mexican flag.
Yeah.
Like, are you crazy?
Yeah, the Antifa scumbags and the,
I don't,
all that shit.
dude. I don't get it. I do not get it. And even the politicians now are trying to promote this stuff. Go,
What?
dude.
Because it's about votes, dude. Because once they get in power, they don't give a shit. Like that's what people don't understand about that. We were just
But they're
talking-
going to get a lot of people hurt. Because when they start doing stupid shit, how about that one guy who came out with an assault rifle to try and attack a building out on the West Coast? I don't know if it was Washington State or not.
Right.
And he got shot. No one said shit about the fact that he had an automatic assault rifle.
That's right. No. No, they
I can't. I forget. What's the topic? I don't even make me digress. Just tell me what the topic is, and I'm fine.
Well, it's funny because it kind of flows into what we're going
Oh,
to
does it? Perfect.
what we're talking about today. And it's, like, I use the term, it's like you said before, like, what are they thinking? What is it? Like, so, I'm a creature, I watch a lot of things, I, see things on social media, see things around me, whatever, and I gotta be honest, man, these fucking young Thundercats lately are pissing me
Young
off.
Thundercats.
They're pissing me off. It's like, who the fuck are you? To quote my good friend Coach Guy Rossini, what's your fucking resume?
Right.
What is your resume? I don't give a fuck that you're on social media flexing. I'll go and I'll smack your fucking face off, and guess what? All your flexing's over. What's your resume? And I mean this in the sense of, listen, I promote that. I've been a trainer my whole life. I like the flex cock diesel. I do it. I'm still
I like the flex
cock diesel, baby. That's old school shit. I love it. I still do it, pushing 50. But the reality of it is, the difference of today compared to when we came up is, if we had the social media shit, we would never be doing that because it'd be frowned upon, all right? What you were looked at as, okay, oh, you got big muscles, you're strong, you're fast. What did you do with it?
Right.
What did you do with it? If you're doing something at a collegiate level with your muscles, I'm on your side, okay? If you are competing in bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, tiddlywinks, tomfoolery, and there's a competition where you can showcase your fucking muscles, I'm on your side. But when you're not, and you're posing, and you're putting your shit up there all the time, when you have no resume to back it up, you're an ass clown.
You should be wearing hats and fucking glasses
Yeah, man,
like this.
seriously, you're a fucking ass clown, straight up. Okay, and the bottom line is, what is it what is it you've done that merits you the fact? Listen, there's a million guys out there with a six-pack and a double bicep. What did you do with it? Show me. Can you chronicle what you've done with that to get there? Unless you're on a stage, unless you're picking up some weight against other people, I don't give a fuck, and nobody else does. So when you put your shit up there, what's your resume? And if you want to impress, and I don't give a fuck, you don't got to impress me because I'm not paying attention to you anyway. I'm actually laughing. I laugh at it. It just aggravates me because where I come from and what I've done and continue to do still to this day is show me what the fuck you're doing 20 years from now. Can you still put up that double bicep? Can you still take your shirt off? Are you still competing in anything?
In anything.
In anything. Are you doing anything? Then you'll have my attention. Then you'll get this.
Good job.
That a boy. But at that point, like these young Thundercats, they know nothing about this shit. They know nothing. They know nothing about pressure. They know nothing about being put to task.
Well, they're going to learn quickly once they graduate and get into the real world.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
Because they live in the bizarro world
Oh,
also.
that's what I'm saying.
well, the funny thing is this. I was talking to a buddy last night about this, and they were at a wedding, and they have a friend who's bitching and moaning that, her health insurance should be covered, and, she doesn't have a job, so on and so forth.
Right.
So he's kind of like telling me the story of their conversation, and I'm like, well, what did she go to school for?
Sure.
And, she went to school for something with psychology, and she can't get a job in psychology, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, she can't get the job that she wants in psychology, but what is she doing to pay her bills and stuff? He's like, what do you mean she doesn't have a job? I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah, but I can't get because she kept persisting with like, well, I can't get a job in my field, it's not my fault, so I should be taken care of. I'm like,
I should be taken
So my
care of.
analogy was, I want to be an NFL football player. The NFL hasn't picked me up yet.
Why not?
So I'm just gonna wait.
I'm just gonna wait until I need everybody else to take care of me until that happens. Well, why don't you get a fucking job that like pays dick money and you do what you got to do to take care of what you got to
And you
take care
do
of?
what you got to do to take care of
I
what
don't
you gotta
understand.
do.
I mean, that's the mindset. The
a whole
mindset
different
is
mindset.
I deserve what I want. If I don't get it, I shouldn't have to subject myself to difficult circumstances. In order to wait for what I got. The funny thing is, I was having a conversation with his son this morning about. He's kind of just like, I didn't really realize the level that my father's on, and I go, bro, do you not get it though? Like, it wasn't always like this. I watched this dude go from fucking house to house with a table in his hand, grinding. Like, he didn't walk out, wake up like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he didn't have the jobs that he wanted right from the get-go. He did necessary things to get to the level that he wanted to get to.
It sucked.
And it sucked.
And it sucked.
You gotta eat shit. It's like that movie, The Layer Cake. You eat shit, you eat more shit. All of a sudden, one day you wake up, you're eating less shit, and then all of a sudden you're
What
at the
kind
top
of
of
fucking movies are you watching?
Layer Cake?
Layer Cake.
Gangster movies.
I
It's
never
a
even
gangster
heard
movie.
of it.
Yeah, because you're not on this fucking level.
I'm on a different level.
You know, you want to use a comparison, and it goes back to what you're saying, mindset, how these kids fucking process information.
Layer Cake.
The greatest generation of our time. We're storming the beaches of Normandy at fucking 18 years old.
Yeah, or younger, because
Or
they didn't want to be
Oh,
home.
they lied about their age, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. Can you imagine 18 to 21-year-olds now if they ever had to do that? For the exception of one.
Dude, there's too many
population?
people in this boat. Is there a way you can get
Oh,
us
but they
without
don't-
getting our
they
stuff
won't even
wet?
get
Can you get us
there,
on the
dude.
beach so that we don't get our shit wet?
They would break a train.
My feet are sore.
But I'm saying
Well,
that they
you've
wouldn't
done the
even get
training. How
there,
many
man.
people would even make it through the fucking training?
I mean, listen.
But it's the mentality. They signed up for that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So when I say, what's your resume? You have no resume. Funny thing, like I said, when I was away, I sent him a message. So Cristiano says to me, Dad,
Oh, yeah.
who wins in a fight to the death? This is true. I'm not making this up. Right?
You're my son, yeah.
He goes, who wins in a fight to the death? Uncle Chris or Taylor? So I said, Uncle Chris, hands down.
Hands down.
It's not even a fucking contest. He's like, what do you mean? He's, because
Taylor-
Taylor's a high-level athlete, blah, blah. I go, because he don't have something Uncle Chris has. He said, what's that? I go, Uncle Chris got the nasty. I said, Taylor don't have the nasty. Uncle Chris will go to levels to win that Taylor has no fucking idea about. I said, it'll be the quickest victory of his life. And that's what I mean about these young Thundercats. And it's funny because Taylor, to that point, I don't know if you told him about that. I'm sure you did.
Oh, I
'cause
did.
You
Oh, you
should have,
did.
yeah. And then so I had put something on one of my Instagram accounts because I was trying to go with a few people. You want a shot at the title? 48 years old. I got open fucking title shots. Any
I
fucking
got
time
open
you want.
title shots.
Anytime you want.
Just not in deadlift.
Okay.
He'll
Yeah,
fuck
exactly.
with you with us. Don't fuck with him with deadlift.
Deadlifting, you win. So, but open title shots. So Taylor, being Taylor, sends me a message. Oh yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
didn't tell me
I totally
this.
forgot because I just remember it now.
Oh.
Goes me a message. Uncle Paul, I'm calling for a shot.
That's awesome.
I said, please do.
Please do.
Okay.
The waivers are at the
Yeah,
front
that's
desk.
it. Please do. All right. So.
I got to get on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram.
So
I got to get on Instagram.
You are Dr. C. Shea on Instagram.
Am I?
Yeah, I tagged you on it.
Oh,
So my point is that
I got to look that. I don't even.
Point is,
I
like-
don't even go on it. Yeah.
that's the mentality. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, and
I want a shot.
And Taylor is not the guys we're talking about. No. But if you want to compare apples to oranges, that's the apple to orange comparison. So my point is, how many times I watched his own sons square up with him at the pool,
Oh yeah.
and
it's
this.
fucking game time,
it's not
baby.
It's game time. Like, and it's happened to me.
And
Taylor,
dude, we're wrecking shit and shit's falling over in a public
fucking
pool.
Taylor grabbed me in my kitchen one time, right? Thank God he couldn't get me up, and he told me, Uncle Paul's a gorilla. I'm like, and I took it in, and I go, fucking right. Now I'm gonna talk shit,
Yeah.
but I was nervous. Because I'm like, you're
I had a
fucking
full
freak.
guard on one of my kids
Oh, you
because
did?
they were, dude. He started elevating me, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I jumped up, pulled guard, and brought him, and we smashed back on
Yeah.
on a what are those? A reclining
Fucking line chair.
reclining
And there's
chair.
a kids that know how to fight. So these are high-level wrestlers. Same like I told you a story back when fucking Cristiano came up to me in the house and said, I'm the new bull in the house.
I want a new shot.
I'm the bull now. Oh yeah?
was
And
great.
fucking, he grabbed me and caught me off guard and had me on my toes. Now mind you, I'm 5'8" in a good day. Right? Thank God he's tall.
5'8" when there's not a
Yeah.
lot of gravity and the barometric pressure's low.
If I didn't utilize my fucking knowledge of training, I hipped around at the last second.
Before he was getting ready to
Before he
dump
was
you.
ready to dump me, okay? And I basically body tossed him onto the fucking ottoman in my house, all right?
The ottoman.
Yeah, it was the ottoman. I remember I put him right in the fucking ottoman. But dude, let me tell you something. It was a gut split second. Years of being in those situations to end up on top. But a second either other way, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm on my fucking back, and he just won. It's a victory, okay?
Just yeah, oh yeah.
And
even if you
Yeah.
get him,
Yeah.
just the fact that he got on top that one
Yeah,
time.
man. I've had to, you got to teach lessons every once in a while. But listen, it comes to the point of the mentality. What have you done? Okay, I can easily chronicle myself. I've done it. Here's me at 18, 19, 21, 26, 27, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47. Here are all the things I've done competitively in athletics and continue to do at 48 years old. What the fuck have you done? What have you done? You go on Instagram, putting up your pictures, you flexing somewhere in a gym? What have you done? What are you doing with that?
This is Leroy's generation you're insulting. here.
Unfortunately.
Oh, hell yeah, we are.
But Leroy,
But I don't think Leroy's part of that generation though
Leroy-
either.
Leroy-
I don't think our kids are.
Leroy wrestles.
But let me tell you
different.
something. Everybody else is.
Yeah, it's different. It's a completely different animal, and it's like, so I always say to this, and as of late, the last month or so, if you've noticed, if you've watched me on following on social media, I've been doing it on purpose because I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it. Listen, I am all about hard work, discipline, train. I love the fact of what I'm seeing some of these kids do. Don't get me wrong.
'Cause that model works.
It works, but what are you doing with it? That's my point. It goes back to the big fish in a small pond, and you're not even in a remotely. You're in like a puddle. pond. You're in a fucking
And
puddle.
you're a medium fish in a puddle.
Yeah, man. So it's like
You're not
what
even
you-
top
what
of the
are you
food
doing?
chain.
By the time I was 19 years old, I had already won 2 state titles in bodybuilding. A year out of high school. I put it out there. I went for it. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
End of story. It's chronicled. Look it up. It's there. Powerlifting titles. You name it. I mean, I did it. Continue to do it. Then jiu-jitsu. The story writes itself. What have you done? That's not even, we're not even talking about professionally and all the other shit. But my point is, if you're going to put yourself out there in the universe as the next Lou Ferrigno, for you guys that don't know who that's, the original Hulk.
The original Hulk.
If you're going to put yourself out there as the next Lou Ferrigno, then you better be the Lou Ferrigno that I know, who competed against Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then took his skills and became a fucking worldwide star playing the character, the Hulk, in a fucking show that was on TV for God knows how long. Blowing up, ripping
And it was a
clothes.
good show.
Fucking awesome.
Awesome show.
But there's his legacy. There's his fucking legacy. That's my point. What's your legacy?
Arnold did the same thing too. if you
Same
think about it.
shit. But I'm saying, like, they have a resume.
Yeah.
There's the resume. You Thundercats out there, write a resume. Nobody cares. There's a million guys out there taking their shirt off with a tan, showing them how great shape they're in. What's your resume? That's the point I'm trying to make. You want to put something out there, and I hope that it's just a template to show 20 years from now that you're going to do something with yourself. That it's going to lead to discipline in the workplace, lead to competitive endeavors athletically, whatever it's going to be. But to put this shit up repetitively, the same shit. And I love the guys that put shit up on social media when they're training, and it's so technically wrong. Or they're using weight they have no business using because they're not strong enough to do it. They cut reps. They don't go full range of motion. It's ridiculous. Why? What are you doing? When I walked into the gym way back 10 millennia years ago, I looked for the biggest, strongest guys, and I watched them, and then I asked questions.
You know what I never understood though about social media is like all of these guys are showing the work that they're putting in.
Right.
Like, to my understanding, we never showed the amount of work. We just did the fucking work.
Exactly.
Because
What's
if
the
I'm
point?
sitting there filming myself doing the fucking work, you know what I'm not doing?
Not working.
The work.
Right.
What I usually post is the result.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, maybe there's a jiu-jitsu photo every once in a while, but the reality is I'm training every day, every night, so on and so forth. What I want to post is me on the podium with double gold. Like, that's what I want to post. Or me winning, you know, like I don't get why it's so important to, you really do not need to document the fucking process. Like, you really don't.
Or if
You're
you do,
somebody-
or if you do, you also don't. You don't need to show everybody.
No.
You can document it if you want to check your own form or do
Listen,
something else.
Dude,
It
I
doesn't
wipe my
need to
fucking
be-
ass every day. Do I need to take a picture to show everybody
Well,
that
listen,
I wipe my ass?
You could, like,
If
when
you
they
got
do
a
those...
big shit, you should, because I shit a candy cane shit once. It was huge. I took like 20 pictures
I had
of it.
to ask.
And I
right?
sent it to
had
people.
I had to ask.
Well, you know, hello.
But the thing is, like, if you look
There's
at
certain
these...
circumstances where that shit's important.
If you look at these, like...
Literally.
When these pro athletes or collegiate athletes, they do this, like, a series of vlogs to show that they're getting ready for something. They got resumes already.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're a
Yeah.
fucking professional athlete.
Yeah, there's
If you're a
resumes
professional
there.
nobody, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, that's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're not even... Yes, Peter?
But, I mean, I see people putting up all this workout stuff online, and they have no views.
Well, why not?
Well, I understand, but don't they understand?
No, they
That's
don't.
the problem.
Because what they're doing is
When you
they're,
have no
they're-
views,
they
no
want
views,
their
no
as
views.
long as a microcosm, a micro group sees what they want, what that person wants them to see, they're
They're okay.
happy. So then, when real people, to quote the great Jorge Masvidal, who just knocked out Ben Askren visually, when you run into a real motherfucker, then you're gonna have to prove what you are. To quote him, that's what
Quote-
happened there.
To quote Jesus.
You know, but
Street Jesus.
But the point being is, that's what happens. You run into somebody real who does it. That's why they're not looking. That's why they're not paying attention. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
That's the point. If you're preparing for something and you've made legitimate bones in those certain things, great. Student athletes, I get it, man. You're in the game. You're making it happen. Please, I want to see that shit
Yeah.
because you're in the game. You're doing it. You got a resume. Okay, you had a resume before that to get there. Now you're extending your resume. So I'm all about that. It's the other shit that I have no clue. I do not understand it. I can't decipher it. It agitates me beyond belief.
This is a generation of feel good and rub yourself.
Feel good for the moment. But what moment is that? That's the point. And like Frank said, like, what are you doing with that? What is it? What are you doing with that, showing that when you know, it's one thing when you're showing that and saying, hey, in 6 months from now, I'm going to be at this place competing in this situation doing this.
I think
check me out.
it started out with people holding themselves accountable, but then it turned into like just look at me.
Yeah, no,
you know?
it's the bizarre world of Fantasyland. I mean, that's kind of what it is because, you know, they're not going to, like you said, all right, you want to put something up because you accomplished a goal? Absolutely, I want to see it.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what it is. I want to see it. That's great because you actually worked for something and got there to get that accomplished.
Look, and if your goal is you're overweight, you haven't been in the gym since you were in fucking high school, and you got up today and you went to the gym and fucking killed it, post that picture because that's like your podium. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to see another fucking picture of you at the gym. The next picture I want to see is
30
you.
pounds lighter.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know the
This
progression.
is the start, and this is the finish.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what it comes down to, and that's why it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and less patient.
You
You
guys
know?
missed it, because I had him film me doing Pitchfork Pete's country workout last week.
Pitchfork Pete, huh?
I had a
Well, that's good.
pitchfork.
Well, that's good.
Just
But
throwing an axe.
What?
doing it all,
Just
getting
all of
themselves
it.
together, like Peter does.
You posted it?
No.
I just took pictures of it. But
Not that stupid.
you know, this is,
Exactly our point. Thank
listen,
you.
but to see you do it is fucking phenomenal. And anyone that knows your history, it's even more impressive. So the reality of it is, you got a fucking resume, Peter.
Yeah, you do.
If I went down, I read your resume and the titles you have, guess what? You got every fucking right to put shit up there because you've doing it. You do it, you've done it,
Going
and
to the
continue,
worlds, baby.
right,
It's
and
going to the
continue
worlds.
and continue to do it. So you have a resume to back up your actions. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Right.
I'm trying to make is a lot of these guys, these young Thundercats, man, you have no fucking resume. Okay, if you're not playing a college sport and preparing for it, I don't give a shit.
But-
if you're not trained to go into a bodybuilding, powerlifting, like I said, if you're not, no one gives a shit. That's the point.
The funny thing is, you can grapple with a younger guy, and his reservoir is not as deep as yours because you're older. They don't understand that.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
they can be very pretty,
Right. Well, listen, experience tends to be an equalizer with
Oh,
many
absolutely.
things.
but
right?
when you could, you know, just pull your deeper resources, you know, they're shocked usually.
Yeah, no, it's, again, beware the old lions.
Peter, I'm shocked
You know?
every time you roll, okay? I get it. Every time you roll, I'm shocked. I get it.
Especially if you say you're going to kill me.
Yeah, beware the old lions. There's no doubt about
I'm
it.
coming for that other pinky, Peter.
And that's kind of like where, again, it's, you see it, and then when you speak, like some of these young Thundercats will come to me and they'll pick my brain. You know, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And these are like serious dudes. Like they have aspirations to do things. You know, like I want to do this. What do you think of that? Whether it's diet or training or whatever the case may be. And those are the ones that have my attention. Because remember, you always got to go back to your elders, no matter what it is,
Well,
no matter
that's-
what it is.
that's
They're
one
the
thing
ones with
that-
the experience.
Well,
That's right.
I mean, he'll tell you I probably annoy the shit out of him because I'm always picking his fucking head. But I just,
I know the shit out of him too, but I'm picking his nose.
yeah, well, or his ass. You know, I think that there's a lot of people out there that need to have a nice big slice of humble pie a little bit.
I wish it was more than humble pie, because
The reality pie.
I think it's because,
Yeah.
you know, social media, in the end, these people are raised on social media.
Yes.
So they think everything has to be shared.
The
They think
word,
everyone is your
the
friend.
word that needs to
They're not
come
your
back,
friend.
Peter. The word that
Everyone
needs to
gives
come
a
back.
shit about you. No, they don't.
I know.
Poser.
Poser.
Poser needs to come back.
Yeah, the
'Cause
word
there's a-
poser.
and it's even more now a perfect phrase for what you're literally doing. Because what you're doing literally on Instagram is posing.
They'll take a picture of part of their surroundings, but and that makes it look all nice and
But it would-
pretty.
it would
But
be
meanwhile,
like-
they got all this shit over here. Move that stuff I just out of the picture. Oh, now we look like we're doing something
But
special.
it would be like me. So I watched this house the past week, right? I had the luxury and the ability and the graciousness
To sniff
to be able
underwear
to,
drawers?
to enjoy vehicles that I probably never would be able
You
to.
drove their cars.
So with that being said, imagine if I was putting posts on my Instagram like
Look at me. Yeah.
M6 rolling, Hellcat driving, like this is my lifestyle. Full of shit. Full of like, how could I possibly do that with a straight face and be like, yeah, this is how I roll? That's not how I roll at all.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. There was
I'm rolling like that right now, but
Yeah.
it's on loan.
yeah, like I just don't. I don't know. The brain doesn't comprehend. Like how.
Dude, you should have called me. We could have tore those shits up.
No,
this week.
no.
He would have put on his wife's underwear.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes lace feels nice.
He's a freak.
I like the lacy feel on my
So
body.
creepy. He's a freak. It's
my family.
It's like in Superman. He's the fastest kid alive. He's a freak. He's the fastest kid alive. He's a freak.
It feels more like.
Yeah, exactly. He's a freak. He's the fastest kid alive. But, you know, and again, I don't mean to be redundant about it, but do you guys not see it yourselves? I mean, you know,
It's all over the place.
I mean, you know,
Especially when you know the people that are posting this
Oh
shit.
my
and you're
God,
like,
it's the worst.
That's not you. Who the fuck are you kidding? That's not you.
exactly. It's
I don't know who you're pretending you are to your friends out of state, but I live right next to you, and that ain't fucking you.
Well, it reminds me of like the movie Boiler Room, where he talks about half of these guys, you know, they're driving around in a Ferrari. Meanwhile, they got a secondary mortgage on their double wide just to be able to play like, you know, their big
play
shot.
the role.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, if you got the money, you got the money. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing, and it's not, I'm not saying like it's about money, but if you're doing it, it'll be seen. Like, there's a reason why most people who have that kind of money are wearing fucking shorts and sandals and doing whatever the fuck they want. Because they don't need
Because
to
they can.
act as if. Because they are. You know what I mean? They don't need to put up this front, this posing aspect. Like, this is what they do all the time. And I don't know if it's like, you know, people see The Rock and they think, oh, like, I'm aspiring to be him, so they're trying to emulate that.
Right.
To which, if somebody said, I would go, okay, I get it. But the reality is the amount of people that are putting this up, they're like, let's be realistic. You're doing it for the attention. Let's be realistic. You're doing it for the attention.
But it goes back to what I said. The Rock has a resume. Dwayne Johnson, college football player, played in the CFL, went to professional wrestling, comes from a family. His father, Rocky Johnson, High Chief Peter Maivia. He comes from wrestling lineage. Goes to World Wrestling Entertainment, becomes the biggest star ever. Goes into Hollywood, becomes probably
megastar.
The megastar. Now he does his things on Instagram. He's got a fucking resume. He took it. The name of his production company, I think it's called $7 or something like that. Because that's all he had in his pocket.
Yeah.
When he made a decision, I got to change my life. All he had was $7 to his name. And that's when he said, you know what? I got a resume, but I got to do shit with this. I got to build upon what I'm doing. So like when these guys are
And
out
my
there,
gifts.
yeah, these guys are out there. Oh, I'm training hard. You don't know what training hard is. You don't know what it is. You don't know what work is. Okay? You don't. And that's what the aggravation part is. You have no fucking clue. You don't know what it is to want or desire or to feel pain and pressure and be wired to win and be wired to do what it takes and have tunnel vision and say nothing else matters except the goals in front of me. And it's not one. It should be a multitude of goals. You have a standard of success across the board. Okay? Not just a fucking double bicep on Instagram. That's what it's about. That is that in a nutshell. So if there's no substance to that stuff, it means nothing. So to you Thundercats out there, grow up, wake up, give yourself some type of goal, and utilize the discipline you're finding in training, I guess. If you're training as much as you tend to show people on social media, because that should teach, because I know bodybuilding taught me the greatest discipline ever in my life. Ever. Outside of any sport that I've done. That stuff made who I am today. A big part of it. So guess what? If this is the start of your resume, make it fucking count. Because then I want to see 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, if you're still that same person that you want everyone in the world
I think you are.
to perceive that you are.
Good job.
Thanks. Excellent, right? So, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Matt Chat Podcast, Paul Ciotto, Frank Ciotto, Leroy, a.k.a. Baby Shay, a.k.a. The Red Man, a.k.a. Platinum Blonde,
AKA the hair don't fucking move.
a.k.a. The Hellboy, Leroy,
Cement head.
Peter Oberk,
And that's that.
and there's nothing you can do about it.